Hello, my wonderful students, and welcome back to the Super English Talks. I'm Jara, and I'm so happy to be here with you today, wherever you are in the world, listening to my voice. Let's take a slow, deep breath together. Feel that quiet, calm moment inside you. Because today, we're not only talking about learning English. We're talking about something much deeper, about finding your voice, that special part of you that wants to speak, that wants to share your thoughts and feelings in English. This isn't just another English lesson. It's a small, beautiful journey, a trip into understanding how you, yes, you, can speak English easily, naturally, and with real confidence. Confidence that might even surprise you. So, get comfortable. Maybe make yourself a warm cup of tea or coffee. And let's begin a talk that I truly believe can change your life, not just the way you speak English, but also the way you feel about learning it. For a long time, many people have believed that speaking English is a big, difficult secret. Maybe you've heard people say it's a hard puzzle, full of confusing grammar and rules, or that it's something only smart people or naturally talented people can do. Maybe you've spent many years studying English in school, reading books, writing notes, and memorizing long lists of vocabulary. But still, when it's time to actually speak, your mind goes completely blank. Your tongue feels heavy, your body freezes, and that uncomfortable feeling of worry grows inside your stomach. You can read English well. You can understand English songs or news when you listen. But when it's your turn to talk, your words just disappear. It's like having a beautiful song in your heart, but being unable to sing it out loud. I understand this feeling very well. I've been there too. When I was learning other languages, I remember how frustrating it felt to want to share a thought, a joke, or a feeling, but not have the right words. Sometimes I said things all mixed up. Sometimes I couldn't say anything at all. I remember sitting in a group of people, listening to them speak so fast that all their words blended together. I nodded my head and smiled, but inside, I only understood a few words. And that made me feel so alone. It made me doubt myself. It made me think, maybe I'm just not good at this. But my dear friends, today I want to tell you something very important from my heart. You don't have to feel this way anymore. You don't have to feel stuck. Because I'm going to share with you the simplest, most natural, and most powerful way to learn English, a way that works for everyone. It's the same way you learned your first language when you were a baby. From this moment on, I want you to make a small promise to yourself. Let go of every bad thought. Let go of every fear that tells you English is too hard. Forget about the pressure to be perfect. Forget about the long, difficult grammar rules that made your head spin. And most of all, let go of fear. Why do I talk so much about fear? Because after many years of teaching and learning, I've discovered something very important. The biggest problem in learning to speak English is not grammar. It's not vocabulary. It's not your memory. It's fear. The fear of making mistakes. The fear of sounding silly. The fear of not being understood. Or even worse, the fear of being judged by others. But now, let's stop for a moment and think about this. How did you learn your first language? When you were a baby, did your parents give you a big grammar book and teach you rules about verbs and nouns? Of course not. You learned by listening carefully to the sounds around you. You copied what you heard. You tried to say new words. You made many cute and funny mistakes, and that was perfectly okay. You learned because you used the language every single day, without fear, without pressure, and without thinking about grammar. That's the natural way. That's the powerful way. And that's the way you can learn English too. So today, as you listen to this podcast, remember, learning English is not about perfection. It's about connection. It's about expressing yourself, little by little, step by step. And every time you speak, even if it's not perfect, you are growing. You are learning. You are becoming more confident. So let's start this beautiful journey together, one calm, happy word at a time. This, in its purest and most natural way, is exactly how you are going to learn English. You don't just need to study English, you need to live English. English should not be something you do for 1 hour a day and then forget about. It should become a part of your everyday life, as normal and natural as breathing, as needed as eating, as comforting as sleeping. You should hear English, think in English, and speak English every single day. When English becomes part of your daily world, it stops feeling like a school subject and starts feeling like something that belongs to you. Now, I can almost hear your thoughts. There's probably a little voice in your head saying, Jara, that sounds wonderful, but how do I actually do that? How do I make English feel natural, like it's part of my life? Don't worry, my friend. That's exactly why I'm here. I'm going to explain everything, every simple step, every small change, every helpful idea, so that you can truly begin this journey. Because this isn't just about giving you a few tips. It's about guiding you toward a new way of living with English, a way that feels easy, real, and even fun. So, are you ready to start this amazing adventure together? Let's begin. The very first, and maybe the most important, step on this journey is to completely change how you think about English. This is more than just thinking positive. It's about truly changing what your brain believes about English. If, deep inside, you believe things like, English is too hard, I'm not good at languages, I'll never be able to speak fluently, then your brain will quietly fight against learning. It's like telling yourself, that mountain is too high. I can't climb it. Right away, your body feels heavy, your legs feel weak, and every step becomes difficult. But imagine if you said the opposite. English is easy. I can do this. I am able to learn. When you truly believe this, your brain opens up. It becomes ready, curious, and excited to learn. And that's when progress happens quickly and naturally. This isn't magic, it's simply how your brain works. Let's think about a simple example. A child learning to ride a bicycle. Imagine one child who tries once, falls, scrapes their knee, and says, This is too hard. I'll never learn. I'm just not good at this. What happens next? They stop trying. Their brain remembers the pain and decides, bicycles are scary and hard. And maybe they don't try again, not for months, maybe not ever. Now imagine another child. They also fall. They also scrape a knee. They cry for a moment, take a deep breath and say, Okay, that hurt, but I can do this. Then they try again. They wobble. They fall again. But they keep getting up. Each fall isn't a failure, it's a lesson. A lesson in balance, in control, in patience. And little by little, the falls become fewer, the balance becomes stronger. Until one day, the child isn't just riding, they're flying. They're smiling, feeling the wind, and laughing without even thinking about how to balance. That's exactly what learning English should feel like. At first, you might wobble. You might make mistakes. You might fall a few times. But every mistake is a lesson. Every try is progress. And one day, without even realizing it, you'll be speaking smoothly, naturally, and joyfully, just like that child riding freely under the open sky. This is exactly how learning English works. Mistakes are not problems. They're your teachers. They are small, helpful steps that guide you forward. Every mistake gives your brain a message. It shows you what to change, what to focus on, and how to grow next. If you're not making mistakes, it means you're not trying new things. And if you're not trying new things, you're not truly learning. So don't be afraid of mistakes, welcome them. They're proof that you are learning, moving, and growing. Now, I want you to try something with me right now, wherever you are. If you're in a quiet place, say these words out loud. If you're in a public place, say them silently in your mind, but say them with feeling. Even if a small part of you doesn't completely believe them yet, just try. Feel the power behind the words. Ready? Let's say them together. English is easy. I can speak English. I am learning and getting better every single day. Take a deep breath. Now, let's say it one more time, louder, stronger, with more energy. English is easy. I can speak English. I am learning and getting better every single day. These are not just sounds. These are powerful commands to your mind. Every time you repeat them, your brain starts to believe them a little more. And when your brain believes, your actions begin to change. You are literally teaching your own mind how to think, how to feel, and how to learn. From this moment on, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Stop saying negative things like, "My English is bad. I can't speak English. I'm not good at languages." These words are like heavy rocks that you carry on your back. They make the journey harder. They pull you down. Instead, replace them with strong, positive statements like, "I am learning and getting better every day. My English is improving every time I practice. I am making progress one word at a time." At first, it might feel small or even silly, but this simple change in how you talk to yourself creates a big effect, like a ripple in water that spreads wider and wider. When you speak to yourself with kindness and strength, your brain says, "We are doing well. Keep going. We are growing. This is exciting." And that's when learning becomes lighter, faster, and more natural. This positive mindset is the strong foundation, the solid ground on which all your future learning will stand. Let me tell you a story about one of my students. His name was Raj. Raj was a very smart man. He worked as an engineer and was great at solving difficult problems. But when it came to English, he felt completely stuck. He often came to me with his shoulders down and said, "Jara, I've tried everything. I've taken so many classes. My brain just can't handle English. It's too complex, too confusing." That was his deep belief. And as long as he believed that English was too hard, his brain couldn't relax enough to learn it. So we started our lessons in a new way, not with grammar, not with vocabulary, but with mindset. Every morning, before he opened a book or listened to a lesson, Raj had to say those strong statements aloud. English is easy. I can speak English. I am learning and getting better every day. He had to close his eyes and imagine himself speaking English confidently, talking to people, smiling, feeling proud. At first, he said it felt strange. He even told me, "Jara, I feel silly saying this. It's like I'm pretending." But he promised to keep doing it, and he did. After just 2 weeks, Raj came to me with a small but bright smile. He said, "I don't know why, but I feel less worried about English now. It's still a little hard, yes, but it doesn't feel impossible anymore. I actually feel hopeful." That was a beautiful moment. Because when his fear started to disappear, his brain finally opened up. The wall that was blocking him began to fall. He started to see mistakes not as failures, but as signs, helpful messages showing him what he needed to learn next. That simple change from "I can't" to "I'm learning" was the most important step in his journey to fluency. Your mindset is your most powerful learning tool. It decides how fast and how far you can go. Now that you have built a strong, positive way of thinking, you're ready for the next big step, bringing English into your daily life. Many people believe that to speak English well, you have to move to a country where everyone speaks English. Of course, living in an English-speaking country can help, but it is absolutely not necessary. You can create your own rich English environment, no matter where you live, right in your own home, your city, and your daily routine. Think of it like building your very own English bubble, a world where English gently surrounds you every day, helping you grow naturally, easily, and joyfully. A comfortable space where English is all around you. Let's imagine this together, a small, cozy world where English gently surrounds you every day. You don't have to move to another country to create this world. You can build it right where you are in your own room, your own home, your own daily life. So, let's start with something simple and powerful, your phone and your computer. These are places where most of us spend many hours each day. The easiest and most effective change you can make is this. Change the language on your phone, computer, and apps to English. Think about it. Every time you pick up your phone, you'll see English words. You'll read messages in English, move through menus in English, and click buttons in English. You already know where things are, where the settings button is, how to open messages, or how to check your photos. Now, you'll simply see the English words for those same things. This is not studying. It's living with English. It's about making English a normal, natural part of your day. Little by little, your brain will start to feel at home with it. You'll start learning words like download, upload, privacy settings, notifications, feed, profile, share, like, and comment, all without studying, just by using your devices as you normally do. It's quiet learning, effortless learning, and the comfort it builds will slowly give you a deep confidence you might not even notice at first, but it will be there, growing stronger each day. Now, let's move to another very important step, one that truly changes how you speak English. Start thinking in English. This idea might sound a bit strange at first, especially if your native language is very different from English. Right now, when you want to say something, your brain probably does this. Thinks in your own language, translates that thought into English, then tries to speak. That's a lot of steps. It's like trying to run a race while carrying a heavy backpack. You can do it, but it's slow, tiring, and not natural. What we want is to help your brain skip that translation step. We want your thoughts to happen directly in English, just like someone who grew up speaking it. So, how can you start thinking in English? The answer is, start small. Don't try to make long, complicated sentences in your mind. Begin with short, simple thoughts about your everyday life. For example, when you wake up, instead of thinking in your own language, think, I will brush my teeth now, or I feel sleepy but ready for the day. When you make breakfast, tell yourself what you're doing. I'm making coffee. It smells so good and warm, or I want some toast with butter. When you go outside, look around and describe what you see. The weather is nice today. It's a little cloudy, but I can see the sun. There's a red car passing by. That's a tall building with many windows. At first, it will feel strange, maybe even a little funny, like you're talking to yourself inside your head. That's completely okay. The more you do it, the more natural it will become. You'll begin to notice that you don't have to translate anymore. Your English thoughts will start to flow easily, softly, like a gentle river, not like a slow, heavy machine. And when your thoughts start coming in English, speaking English will suddenly feel smoother, easier, and more automatic. This inner talk is your private English practice place. It's like a quiet mental gym, a safe space inside your mind where you can train your English brain without any pressure or judgment from others. And here's something very powerful, but often forgotten. Talk to yourself in English. Yes, really. Talk to yourself every single day. Now, don't worry, I'm not asking you to stand in the middle of a busy street shouting English words. This is your private practice, your safe, quiet time with yourself. You can stand in front of a mirror and have a short, simple conversation, just like this. Hello, Jara. How are you today? I'm good, thank you. I have a lot of work to do, but I feel great and ready for the day. Or you can simply describe what you're doing. I'm putting on my shoes. These shoes are comfortable. I'm going to the kitchen to get some water. I feel thirsty. You can even talk about your thoughts. I wonder what I should do this evening. Maybe I'll read a book, or maybe watch a movie. I need to relax. At first, it might feel strange, maybe even funny, like you're talking to an imaginary friend. But trust me, this is one of the best and most natural ways to improve your English speaking skills. When you talk to yourself, there's no fear. No one is judging your pronunciation. No one is correcting your grammar. It's just you, free to speak, free to try new words, free to experiment. It's your personal practice zone where mistakes are completely safe. You can test new words, new expressions, or even practice saying things in different ways. And the more you do it, the more comfortable your mouth and tongue will become. Speaking will start to feel easier, smoother, and more automatic. Your muscles will remember how English feels, how it sounds, how it moves, how it flows. This simple daily practice builds real confidence, little by little, every single day. Now, here's another simple but very effective idea, one that turns your home into a living classroom. Label everything around you in English. Take small pieces of paper and write the English names of everyday things. Stick them on your door, your table, your fridge, your mirror, your chair, your TV, your book, your cup, even your remote control. Then, whenever you see one of those labels, say the word out loud. For example, this is a book. The book is on the table. It has a blue cover. Or, this is my cup. I drink tea from this cup. It's my favorite cup. Each time you do this, your brain connects the English word directly with the object without needing to translate it into your first language. That's real learning. That's how you start thinking in English. It's like creating your own living English dictionary all around you, one that teaches you naturally, quietly, and easily. One of my students, Lena, told me something that made me smile. She said, Jara, I even labeled my cat. I wrote cat and said every day, this is my cat. My cat is sleeping. It sounds funny, but guess what? It worked. Because these small, simple actions build a strong foundation, step by step, word by word. Now, before we move on, let's talk about a big misunderstanding that stops many people from speaking English freely. It's the idea that you must have perfect grammar before you can start speaking. This is one of the biggest mistakes learners make. It's a trap, a mental block that keeps many smart and capable people silent. When you focus too much on grammar, you begin to correct yourself all the time. You think too much about every single word. And in the end, you stop speaking because you're afraid to make a mistake. But that's not how real language learning works. Think about how you learned your first language. You spoke first and learned grammar later. That's exactly what I want you to do with English. Speak first. Improve later. Don't wait until everything is perfect. Because perfection never comes first, it comes after practice. When you speak freely, even with small mistakes, you're teaching your brain how English feels in real life. You're building rhythm, confidence, and natural fluency. So remember this. You don't need to be perfect to speak English. You need to speak English to become perfect. Every word you say, every mistake you make, Every small conversation you have, they're all steps toward the confident, fluent speaker you're becoming. Learn English the natural way. Think again about how children learn their first language. They don't sit with grammar books or draw sentence diagrams. They listen. They copy. They try words and phrases many times. Sometimes they say things that are not perfect, like, I go to the park. But because they hear language constantly and get gentle help, their grammar gets better on its own. This is exactly how you should learn English. Instead of trying to memorize hard rules, focus on learning and using simple, common sentences that you can use in real life. For example, don't study the present continuous only as a rule. Learn short sentences you can use now. I am eating an apple right now. She is going to the market this afternoon. They are playing football in the park. If you hear and use these sentences often, the grammar behind them will become natural. Your brain will notice the pattern and start using it correctly without you having to pull a rule from a book every time. The main idea is listen more, copy more. Listen to how native speakers talk and repeat after them. When you hear a new sentence, don't only understand it, say it out loud. Try to copy the sounds, the rhythm, the little pauses, the way the voice goes up and down. Treat English like music. The more you copy the music of the language, the more your English will flow. Now let's talk about pronunciation and accent. Many learners worry about sounding exactly like someone from London or New York. That's not the goal. Your goal is clarity, to make your words clear so people can understand you easily. Keeping your own voice is fine. What matters is that your listeners can follow you. A fast, natural way to improve pronunciation is a method called shadowing. Here's how to do it simply. Choose a short audio or video, a sentence from a podcast, a short clip, a phrase you like. Listen carefully to one sentence. Notice how the speaker stresses words and where the voice rises or falls. Repeat immediately. Try to say it exactly the same way, right after the speaker. This is shadowing. Copy the rhythm, the speed, and the intonation. Repeat many times. Do it slowly at first, then faster. If you can, record yourself and compare. You will hear what to change. Do this daily. Even 5 minutes a day helps a lot. Example: listen to I want to go to the park. Pay attention to how the words link, where the stress falls, park, and the falling tone at the end. Then copy it again and again. Pay special attention to the music of English intonation. Intonation gives meaning and emotion. It tells you whether a sentence is a question or a statement. It shows surprise, happiness, doubt. Copying intonation makes your speech more natural and easier to understand. Also watch small features of spoken English, contractions, and word linking. For example, I am becomes I'm. Want to often sounds like wanna in fast speech. You don't need to use slang, but notice how words connect. Learning these small sounds helps you both understand others and sound clearer yourself. Speak clearly and confidently in English. When you speak English, how you use your voice is very important. Your voice shows meaning and feeling. It helps people understand you better. Here's a simple trick to make your English sound more natural. When you ask a question, your voice should go up at the end. For example, say, "Are you coming?" Did you notice how your voice goes up a little at the end? It shows that you are asking something. When you say a statement, your voice should go down at the end. For example, I am coming. Your voice goes down softly, showing that the sentence is finished. This small change, going up for questions and down for statements, makes your English sound smooth, natural, and full of life. Now, let's talk about your speed when speaking. Many learners think that speaking fast means speaking well. But that's not true. When you try to speak too fast, your words often become unclear and hard to understand. It's like trying to run before you can walk. Instead, speak slowly and clearly. Take your time. Breathe. Say each word carefully and clearly. If people understand you easily, your confidence will grow fast. Speaking slowly is not a bad thing, it's a smart thing. It shows control and care. And as you practice more, your speed will naturally increase without you even thinking about it. Think of it like building a strong base before running. A slow, steady speaker will always sound better than a fast, unclear one. Another very powerful way to improve how you speak is by recording your voice. This method is simple, but not many learners use it, and it really works. Here's what to do. Choose one short sentence. For example, "The weather is lovely today, isn't it?" Record yourself saying it. Then listen carefully to how a native English speaker says the same sentence. Compare both versions. Now, pay attention to small details. Do your words sound the same? Does your voice go up or down in the same places? Do you connect the words smoothly, like isn't it sounding almost like one word? You might notice small differences in vowel sounds, like the difference between ship and sheep. Or maybe you find it hard to say the th sound in think or this. That's okay. Those are small things you can fix once you hear them. When you record yourself, you become your own best teacher. You will see exactly what needs practice and what already sounds good. And every time you record again, you will hear your progress. That's a great feeling. Now, let's talk about confidence, the secret key to speaking well. Many people feel shy or afraid to talk in English because they don't want to make mistakes. But the truth is, mistakes are your best teachers. Every person who learns a new language makes mistakes, even native speakers. Mistakes are not bad. They are small lessons that show you exactly what to improve next. I want you to remember this. If you are making mistakes, it means you are trying. And if you are trying, you're learning. Let me tell you a small story about my friend Maria. Maria moved to Canada a few years ago. She spoke English quite well, but she was always afraid to make a mistake. One day, she wanted to say, "I'm feeling a bit under the weather," which means she was feeling a little sick. But because she was nervous, she accidentally said, "I'm feeling a bit under the table." Everyone started laughing, including Maria herself. At that moment, she realized her mistake, laughed, and quickly corrected herself. "Oh, I mean under the weather, not under the table." Haha. It was a funny moment, and she never forgot that phrase again. Most importantly, she spoke. She didn't stay quiet. She didn't let fear stop her. And that's what truly matters. When you speak, even if you make mistakes, the world will not end. People will not laugh at you in a bad way. In fact, most people will admire your courage and your effort. They will respect you for trying to communicate in another language. So please, stop worrying about being perfect. Be proud that you are speaking, practicing, and growing every single day. Confidence comes from doing, not from waiting until everything feels perfect. Speak English every day, build confidence and flow. To speak English well, you must use it every single day. Remember this simple truth: practice makes progress, not perfect. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep moving forward. Confidence does not suddenly appear one morning. It grows slowly, step by step, through regular practice. If you only study English, reading books or watching videos, but never actually speak, you will never feel truly comfortable when you talk. So here's one of the most important rules of all. Speak English every day for at least 15 minutes. It doesn't matter who you speak to. You can talk to yourself, talk to a friend, talk to a mirror, or even record short voice messages for yourself. Just speak. Move your mouth. Use your voice. The more you speak, the easier and more natural it will feel. Think of it like building muscles. You can't get strong by just reading about exercise. You have to do the exercises. It's the same with speaking. You can't just study English. You must use it every day. The 3-second rule: speak before you think too much. Many learners wait too long before speaking. They think and think and think and finally say nothing. That's why I want you to use the 3-second rule. When you want to say something, give yourself only 3 seconds. Don't wait. Don't plan. Don't worry about being perfect. Just open your mouth and speak. For example, your friend asks, "What did you do yesterday?" Instead of thinking for 10 seconds and trying to build a perfect sentence, just say something simple. I went to the park. I watched a movie. I had a great day. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to come out of your mouth. The goal is to stop the habit of waiting too long. Because when you wait, you start to feel nervous. You start to doubt yourself. And your brain becomes stuck. So don't wait, just speak. Even if it's short or not perfect, it's progress. Every time you speak, your brain learns to focus on communication instead of fear. The best way to become confident is to have real conversations. This is where all your learning, listening, thinking, and practicing alone finally comes together in real life. A real conversation is alive. It moves fast. You listen, you respond, you ask, you answer. Every time you do it, your English becomes stronger and smoother. Look for small chances to talk to people. You can. Talk to a classmate who is also learning English. Chat with a friend online. Say a few sentences to a shopkeeper. Or even speak kindly to a customer service person on the phone. Every small talk counts. Every short exchange helps you build your speaking muscles. It doesn't have to be perfect or long. Even 2 or 3 minutes of real talk is powerful. Each time you speak, you will feel less afraid and more free. Real conversations are real steps forward. They show you that you can use English for life, not just for lessons. Bringing English into your everyday life. Now that you've learned how to build confidence, think positively, and speak more clearly, it's time to put everything together. Let's make English a natural part of your daily life. Many people feel stuck because they don't know what to say or how to say it in real situations. They wait for a perfect sentence or a prepared script. But here's the truth: you don't need a script. You already have the English you need, you just have to use it. The English you've learned is not only for books or classrooms. It's for living. Think about your normal day, your routine. It's full of small actions, thoughts, and short talks. You wake up. You brush your teeth. You make tea or coffee. You talk to your family. You go out. You buy something. You meet a friend. You go to work or school. You come home. You relax. You sleep. Every one of these moments is a perfect chance to use English. When you use English in your real daily life, it starts to feel natural. It becomes part of your world, part of you. It will stop feeling like a foreign language and start feeling like a comfortable, familiar way to think and speak. Your morning routine. Start the day in English. Let's begin with your morning. When you wake up, try to use English from the very first moment. As you open your eyes, think in English. Backhand index pointing right, good morning. It's a new day. I feel a bit sleepy, but I'm ready. When you brush your teeth, say to yourself, I'm brushing my teeth. They feel clean. When you make your coffee or tea, think, this coffee smells amazing. I love the taste. When you look outside, say, the sky is blue today. The weather looks nice. These small sentences may look simple, but they train your brain to live in English. You are teaching yourself to think, feel, and speak in English naturally, just like a native speaker does. If you make English a part of your morning, your day, and your normal life, you will become fluent faster than you can imagine. So remember this rule always. Speak English every single day. Don't wait for a perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel ready. You are ready now. Just start one word, one sentence, one moment at a time. And soon, English will not just be something you study. It will be a part of who you are. Start your day in English. Live your own English story. The moment you wake up, don't just jump out of bed. Take a small, quiet moment to begin your day in English. This is the beginning of your own English story, a story about your life, told in your own words. As soon as you open your eyes, start talking in English either out loud or silently in your mind. Say something simple like, "Good morning. I feel fresh today. I slept well. The sun is shining brightly. Let me get up and brush my teeth." When you go to the bathroom, continue your little English story. "I'm brushing my teeth now. I'm washing my face. The water feels cool. Time for a shower. I need to wake up completely." As you make your breakfast, keep going. "I'm making tea. It smells so good, such a lovely smell in the kitchen. I'm eating toast with butter and jam. It's delicious." Even if you are alone, say these sentences out loud. They may seem small, but they are very powerful. By describing your actions and thoughts in English, you are training your brain to connect what you think with what you say. This connection is what makes speaking easier and more natural. It helps you stop translating in your head and start living in English. Real talk at the breakfast table. Now, let's imagine a simple, real conversation, something that could happen every morning in your home. You don't need big words or difficult grammar. Just a short, friendly talk with your family. Here's an example. Good morning, Mom. Did you sleep well? Mom, good morning, dear. Yes, I slept quite well, thank you. How about you? I slept well too. Feeling good. What are you making for breakfast? It smells wonderful. Mom, I'm making eggs and toast, your favorite. Do you want some tea or coffee with that? Yes, please. Tea would be perfect. I love tea in the morning. It really helps me start the day. Mom, okay, your tea is ready now. Be careful, it's hot. Thank you, Mom. It smells really nice, just what I needed. Mom, you're welcome. Eat well, you have a busy day ahead. Yes, I do. Thanks again. This short talk is simple, real, and very natural. It's exactly the kind of English you can practice every single day. The goal isn't to sound perfect, it's to build flow. To feel comfortable having easy, relaxed conversations about your daily life. You can change this example for any situation, talking with your father, your brother, your friend, or even a roommate. What matters is that you speak. Going outside, turn the world into your English classroom. When you step outside, the world becomes your biggest English classroom. Every sound, every sign, every small action can help you practice. Let's imagine you're going to the market. Before you even leave your house, you can start by talking to yourself. I need to buy some fresh vegetables for dinner tonight. Let me check my shopping list so I don't forget anything important. I'll take the bus to the market. It's faster than walking. The weather is a bit cool today. I should have worn a warmer jacket. You're already thinking and speaking in English just by describing what you're doing. Now imagine you arrive at the shop. You can have a short, useful, real conversation like this. Excuse me, do you have fresh tomatoes today? The ones from last week were very good. Shopkeeper, yes, we just got new ones this morning. Here they are, very red and ready. Great. They look perfect. I'll take a few, please. That's it, a real talk, short but meaningful. It's not a school lesson. It's real communication. And every time you do it, your confidence grows stronger. Use English while you move through your day. Whether you're walking, waiting for a bus, or sitting in a cafe, keep your English alive. Talk in your mind or quietly to yourself. The bus is taking a long time today. That little dog looks so happy. I love this song. I've heard it before. These simple thoughts are real practice. They keep your English active, and soon it will start to feel natural, like your first language. The more you live your life in English, the more it becomes part of you. You will stop worrying about finding the right words, because the right words will come naturally. So, start from the moment you wake up. Speak about your morning, your family, your breakfast, your plans, your surroundings. Use English to describe the life you already live. Every word, every small sentence, every simple talk builds your fluency. You don't need big grammar books. You just need daily life and a little English courage. Keep talking. Keep describing. Make English the language of your thoughts and your world. Listen, repeat, and the amazing power of stories. Now I want to share one of the most powerful secrets for speaking English well. This secret combines all the ideas we have talked about so far. It will help you learn much faster, speak more clearly, and feel more confident. The secret is simple. Active listening plus repetition plus storytelling. Let me explain each part. 1. Active listening. When you hear a new sentence, don't just listen quietly. Get involved. Pay attention to every word, every sound, and every small pause. For example, if you hear, "I am going to the market," don't just hear it, say it out loud. Repeat it exactly. "I am going to the market." Notice the rhythm, the tone of voice, and how the voice goes up or down. This is not just about remembering the words. It teaches your mouth and tongue to move naturally. Your brain and body will learn English without thinking too hard. 2. Repetition, shadowing. Repeating what you hear every day is called shadowing. Shadowing is very powerful because it makes your speaking natural and automatic. Listen carefully. Repeat out loud. Copy exactly. Do this every day. If you do this regularly, your pronunciation improves, your confidence grows, and speaking English becomes much easier. 3. The power of stories. Stories are magical. People love stories. Stories help us remember things better. Stories help us connect with others. And stories make learning English much more fun and natural. So now, let's combine shadowing with storytelling. This is one of the fastest ways to improve your English. Step 1. Tell simple stories. Start with small, simple stories about your life. Use short, easy sentences. Don't worry about making them perfect. Example of a very simple story. Yesterday, I woke up early. I had a big breakfast. Then I went to work. My work was busy. In the evening, I watched a movie with my family. It was a good movie. Then I slept. This story is simple, but it is real English that you can use. Step 2. Add details and feelings. As you get more confident, add more details, feelings, and descriptions. Make your story more interesting and natural. Here's the same story, but richer. Yesterday was quite an interesting and busy day for me. I woke up a little earlier than usual, around 6:30 a.m., because I wanted to enjoy a peaceful and calm breakfast. I made myself some tasty scrambled eggs and 2 pieces of crispy toast. The smell of fresh coffee filled the whole kitchen. It smelled absolutely wonderful. After breakfast, I quickly got ready and went to work. It was a bit busy and challenging because we had an important project due soon, but I managed to finish all my tasks well and felt very happy about it. In the evening, my family and I decided to relax together by watching a funny movie that we had wanted to see. It was truly funny, and we laughed a lot, which was a perfect way to relax. After that, I felt completely ready for a good night's sleep, feeling happy and calm. Notice the difference. This story is longer. It uses descriptive words like crispy toast and fresh coffee. It connects ideas smoothly. Breakfast, work, evening, sleep. It feels alive and real. Step 3. Practice every day. To get the best results, listen to short sentences or stories in English. Repeat them out loud exactly, copy the sounds, the rhythm, and the pauses. Tell your own story every day. Start small, then add more details as you get confident. This method helps your brain, your mouth, and your memory all work together. It turns English into a living language you can use every day. Listen, repeat, and the amazing power of stories. Now I want to share one of the most powerful secrets for speaking English well. This secret combines all the ideas we have talked about so far. It will help you learn much faster, speak more clearly, and feel more confident. The secret is simple. Active listening plus repetition plus storytelling. Let me explain each part. 1. Active listening. When you hear a new sentence, don't just listen quietly. Get involved. Pay attention to every word, every sound, and every small pause. For example, if you hear, "I am going to the market," don't just hear it, say it out loud. Repeat it exactly. "I am going to the market." Notice the rhythm, the tone of voice, and how the voice goes up or down. This is not just about remembering the words. It teaches your mouth and tongue to move naturally. Your brain and body will learn English without thinking too hard. 2. Repetition, shadowing. Repeating what you hear every day is called shadowing. Shadowing is very powerful because it makes your speaking natural and automatic. Listen carefully. Repeat out loud. Copy exactly. Do this every day. If you do this regularly, your pronunciation improves, your confidence grows, and speaking English becomes much easier. 3. The power of stories. Stories are magical. People love stories. Stories help us remember things better. Stories help us connect with others. And stories make learning English much more fun and natural. So now, let's combine shadowing with storytelling. This is one of the fastest ways to improve your English. Step 1. Tell simple stories. Start with small, simple stories about your life. Use short, easy sentences. Don't worry about making them perfect. Example of a very simple story. Yesterday, I woke up early. I had a big breakfast. Then I went to work. My work was busy. In the evening, I watched a movie with my family. It was a good movie. Then I slept. This story is simple, but it is real English that you can use. Step 2. Add details and feelings. As you get more confident, add more details, feelings, and descriptions. Make your story more interesting and natural. Here's the same story, but richer. Yesterday was quite an interesting and busy day for me. I woke up a little earlier than usual, around 6:30 a.m., because I wanted to enjoy a peaceful and calm breakfast. I made myself some tasty scrambled eggs and 2 pieces of crispy toast. The smell of fresh coffee filled the whole kitchen. It smelled absolutely wonderful. After breakfast, I quickly got ready and went to work. It was a bit busy and challenging because we had an important project due soon, but I managed to finish all my tasks well and felt very happy about it. In the evening, my family and I decided to relax together by watching a funny movie that we had wanted to see. It was truly funny, and we laughed a lot, which was a perfect way to relax. After that, I felt completely ready for a good night's sleep, feeling happy and calm. Notice the difference. This story is longer. It uses descriptive words like crispy toast and fresh coffee. It connects ideas smoothly. Breakfast, work, evening, sleep. It feels alive and real. Step 3. Practice every day. To get the best results, listen to short sentences or stories in English. Repeat them out loud exactly, copy the sounds, the rhythm, and the pauses. Tell your own story every day. Start small, then add more details as you get confident. This method helps your brain, your mouth, and your memory all work together. It turns English into a living language you can use every day. Practice with stories, your English superpower. This is your goal. Practice telling stories every day. You can tell your stories to yourself, to a patient friend, to someone you are learning English with, or even record them on your phone and listen back. Why is this so powerful? Because it makes you actively find the right words, build sentences right away, keep the story flowing all in English. This is a great exercise to speak without planning. It trains your brain and mouth to work together naturally. Getting involved with stories you hear. When you listen to podcasts, watch English movies, TV shows, or videos, don't just sit quietly. Get involved. Here are some ways. 1. Summarize. After listening to a small part of a podcast or watching a scene from a movie, try to retell in your own words what happened in English. Focus on the main people, the place, the key events. Example: if you watch a news report, explain the main topic and what happened to a friend or even to yourself. Retell a short story, a small event, or a funny thing you heard. Don't worry about perfect details. Focus on the main points and making it easy to understand. This helps you practice putting events in order. Use words that connect sentences. 2. Predict. Pause a story, movie, or video at an exciting moment. Try to guess what will happen next and explain why in English. Example: I think the person will go to the police because they look scared. I guess the weather will change because the clouds are very dark. This helps you think in English, not just repeat words. 3. Discuss. If you have a friend or language partner, talk about the stories you've heard or watched. Share your ideas. Ask questions. Think about different points of view. This makes learning active, fun, and meaningful. It helps you understand better, learn new words in context, and tell complex ideas in English. My personal story, Jara's journey. Now, let me share a personal story. This is how I, Jara, overcame my own struggles with language. It's not just about teaching, it's about real life. When I was younger, learning a new language felt impossible. I remember sitting in a class. The teacher asked us to speak. My heart would beat so fast, I thought everyone could hear it. I had all the right words in my head. I knew all the grammar rules I had studied. But the words were stuck behind a thick, invisible wall of fear. My mind would race. Try to change words from my first language. Try to get grammar perfectly correct. Worry about making mistakes. Then, the moment would pass and I would say nothing at all. I felt upset, not good enough, like I was failing myself. I thought, I'm just not a language person. Some people are, but I'm not. Does this sound familiar? Have you ever felt the same way? The first big step. The moment everything started to change for me was realizing the truth. My biggest enemy was not the language. It was my own deep, negative beliefs about it. Once I changed the way I thought about English, everything slowly began to shift. This story shows an important truth for every learner. Your mind can be your strongest friend or your biggest obstacle. When you believe you can learn, your English will grow naturally. When you let fear control you, your words get stuck. The key is to practice, speak, and tell stories even small ones, every day. How I changed my mind and learned English. For a long time, I was telling myself negative things. This is too hard for me. I'll never sound natural. My accent is too strong. Every day, I repeated these thoughts in my head. And you know what happened? My brain listened to me. It believed me. It created blocks and made everything feel impossible. One day, a wise teacher of mine, who spoke many languages beautifully, looked at me kindly and said, "Jara, your brain listens to everything you tell it. If you always say something is impossible, it will make it impossible. But if you start telling it, this is a challenge I can do. I am able to learn this. Every day I'm getting better, then your brain will start working with you, not against you." The power of positive words. At first, it felt silly. I would stand in front of my bathroom mirror, quietly saying these words to myself. It felt like I was acting in a strange play. But I promised myself. Every morning, for just 5 minutes, I would look in the mirror and say, "I am a confident speaker. I am learning and growing. English is becoming easier for me every day. I welcome my mistakes as lessons." Slowly, things changed. At first, the fear didn't disappear. No, not at all. But something big slowly changed inside me. The tight feeling in my stomach when thinking about speaking English began to loosen. English stopped feeling like a frightening monster. Instead, it became an exciting puzzle, something I could explore and enjoy. This change, from fear to curiosity, was the first and most important step in my journey. Creating my own English environment. I wasn't living in a country where English was spoken. So I decided, if I wanted to speak well, I had to create my own English environment. The first thing I did, I changed the language on my phone and laptop to English. At first, it was confusing. One morning, I accidentally set my alarm for night instead of morning because I read a setting wrong. But soon, my brain got used to it. I learned many new words just by using my devices normally. Notifications, downloads, settings, privacy, feed, profile, share, like, comment. It was learning without effort, a gentle, constant way to be around English every day. Inner talk. Next, I started talking to myself in English in my head, describing my day. I am walking to the bus stop. The sun is warm today. A lovely day for a walk. I see a bluebird singing in that tree. It felt like I was talking to an invisible friend, a quiet companion who listened all the time. Mirror talks. Then came mirror talks. I would stand and practice simple conversations with myself. "How was your day, Jara?" "It was good, thank you." "A little busy, but I got a lot done." "I learned something new today." It felt strange at first. Sometimes I giggled, but it was my safe place. Here I could try new words, make mistakes, practice speaking without pressure or judgment, labeling things at home. I even labeled things in my apartment. Table, chair, lamp, window, book, coffee cup, remote control. Every time I saw a label, I said the English word out loud. My home became my own English lab, a place where the language was always around me, improving how I speak. I was worried about how I pronounced words. I wanted to sound natural. I wanted to be clearly understood. I was scared about my accent. This was a big challenge, but I learned slowly. With practice, listening, and repeating, I could speak more clearly and confidently. How I learned to speak English confidently. One of the most powerful things I did while learning English was recording myself. I would pick a sentence from a podcast I liked, say it out loud, and record it. Then I would listen carefully and compare my voice to the original. At first, it was really hard. For example, The R sound in English is very different from my first language. Words like river, run, red, really, were difficult to say naturally. My first recordings sounded clumsy and strange, but I didn't give up. I kept listening, repeating, and making small changes to how my mouth and tongue moved. Slowly, my muscles learned to make the right sounds. I also realized something important. It wasn't about having a perfect, native-like accent. It was about being clear. People didn't need me to sound exactly like them. They just needed to understand me easily. Learning from mistakes. The biggest change came when I stopped being afraid of mistakes. Before, every mistake felt like proof that I wasn't good enough. But then I started seeing mistakes as valuable lessons. I remember one funny moment. I wanted to tell a friend I was very tired. I meant to say, "I'm exhausted." But because I was nervous, I accidentally said, "I'm exercised." My friend started laughing loudly, and at first I felt awkward. But then I laughed too and corrected myself. "Oh, I mean exhausted, not exercised." That short moment of embarrassment became a funny story we often tell. And I never forgot the word exhausted again. This taught me a very important lesson. Mistakes are some of the best teachers. They help you learn faster and remember better. Mistakes are not failures, they are steps forward. My first real English conversation. The first time I spoke English outside of a classroom was at a small, cozy coffee shop. I wanted to order a latte. My heart was beating so fast, I thought it might jump out of my chest. I practiced the words in my head many times. "Can I have a latte, please?" When it was finally my turn, I mumbled it, barely a whisper. But the kind person serving understood me. That small success felt like climbing a huge mountain. From that moment, I started taking small, brave steps every day. Asking for directions from strangers. Having short, friendly talks with shopkeepers. Joining online groups to practice English with other learners. Every conversation, no matter how short or imperfect, built my confidence little by little. Thinking directly in English. At first, I had to translate every word in my head before speaking. This felt slow and hard. But the more I spoke, the easier it became. Slowly, I started thinking directly in English. I could make sentences right away without trying too hard. This growing ability to express myself freely gave me the confidence to do more. How this led to my podcast. I started small, recording short parts of my speaking for myself, sharing them with a few trusted friends for feedback. With regular effort and practice, my English improved. Now I am here, hosting this podcast, sharing my journey and the practical methods that helped me. I want you to know this. Anyone, anywhere, can learn to speak English well. The keys are regular practice, a positive and open mind, and accepting that you don't have to be perfect. If you do these things, amazing things can happen, sometimes in ways you never expected. How to keep learning English and stay motivated. My wonderful students, like Lena, and my own journey are proof that anyone can improve their English with the right mindset and practice. You now know the key steps. Change your mindset to see English as possible and enjoyable. Be around English all the time in your home, on your devices, and in your thoughts. Say words clearly and practice speaking often. Build confidence so speaking English feels natural. The journey is long. Learning English is not a fast race. It's a long journey, and progress sometimes feels slow. You might reach a plateau, a time when it feels like you're not improving. You might even feel frustrated or sad. This is completely normal. Your brain is organizing what it has learned, preparing for a jump to the next level. Keep motivation strong. The key is to practice regularly every day. Think about a child learning to walk or ride a bike. They don't practice for 3 hours once a week. They practice a little every day, and that daily habit builds real progress. Even 15 to 30 minutes of focused English practice daily is much more effective than a long session once a week. Make English a daily habit as automatic as eating or drinking water. Listen to English on your way to work. Tell yourself about your morning in English. Have a short mirror talk. Think in English while doing chores. The important part is showing up for English every day. This study practice creates real progress. Celebrate small wins. Every small achievement matters. They are fuel for motivation. Examples of small wins: understanding a new word in a song, asking for directions without stopping, thinking a complete sentence in English directly, using a new word correctly in a sentence, understanding a joke in English. Celebrate your progress. Write your wins in a notebook, tell a supportive friend, or quietly feel proud. Positive feelings teach your brain that progress is possible, keeping you motivated. Dealing with tough days. There will be days when words don't come easily. You feel stuck. You feel like you're not improving. These days happen to everyone learning a language. Don't push too hard. Don't be hard on yourself. Instead, take a smart break. Listen to English music you love. Watch a favorite English movie with subtitles. Review easy words that make you feel confident. After a break, come back to practice refreshed, full of energy, and ready to continue. Remember, small challenges are part of learning, not signs of failure. They are chances to breathe, reflect, and start again with new purpose. Find a language partner and keep your English interesting. The power of talking with others. While you can learn a lot by yourself, talking with someone in English is very helpful. It gives you real-time practice and helps you speak naturally. You don't need to find a native speaker right away. You can practice with another learner at your level or someone a little better than you. You can help each other, encourage each other, and have real conversations. There are many websites and apps for language exchange where you can find partners from all over the world. Even a 30-minute video call once a week can make a big difference in your confidence and speaking ability. The main thing is to find someone you feel comfortable with, someone patient, encouraging, and happy to learn with you. This creates a safe place to use English in real life. Set real and clear goals. Don't aim for impossible goals like, I want to speak perfect English in 1 month. Instead, set small, clear, and realistic goals. This helps you see progress and keeps the journey simple and motivating. Examples. This week, listen to an English podcast for at least 15 minutes every day and focus on the main idea. This month, have 3 short talks in English about your daily routine or plans for tomorrow. In 3 months, order food at a restaurant, ask for directions, or tell about a recent event in 3 to 5 sentences. In a year, tell a 5-minute story about your favorite hobby, a trip, or a childhood memory without stopping or translating in your head. Clear goals help you celebrate small wins, stay motivated, and adjust your learning as needed. Use different kinds of English. Keep your English learning fun and interesting by using different types of English. Podcasts, great for listening without trying too hard. Listen while going to work, doing chores, or exercising. Pick topics you enjoy, like news, stories, science, or hobbies. Movies and TV shows. Start with English subtitles, then try without them. Notice how people talk naturally, including slang, expressions, and cultural phrases. Watch favorite parts again to catch more details. Music. Listen to English songs, look up the words, and sing along. Music helps you learn rhythm, pronunciation, and new words in a fun way. Books and articles. Start with simple books for learners, then read about your hobbies, news, or short stories. Reading helps you learn new words, understand sentence structures, and improve grammar naturally. Look for YouTube channels about things you like: cooking, tech, travel, or learning English. Watching these gives you real, natural English with words and phrases people really use. Listen to audiobooks. If you like reading, try audiobooks. You can listen and read at the same time. This helps you hear different ways of speaking and accents. The more you hear and see English in different forms, the faster your brain learns and connects words to meaning. This helps you speak naturally from all angles. Live English. Speak and use your voice. We've covered a lot. How your mind affects your learning. How to make your own English bubble wherever you are. How to make your words clear and confident. The joy of real talks. The power of storytelling. How to stay motivated with daily practice, celebrating small wins, and keeping going when stuck. Using different ways to learn English. Here's a very important truth. English is not hard. It's a tool to connect, share, and understand others. The only thing stopping you are fear and stopping yourself. Now you have the knowledge, methods, and encouragement to move past both. You have the map, now you need to walk the path. Why learning English matters. Learning English can open many doors in life. Better jobs with opportunities around the world. Travel with confidence, connecting with people and experiencing new cultures. Friendships with people from other countries, expanding your view of the world. Understanding culture, movies, books, music, without translation, enjoying the original meaning. Most importantly, learning English gives you confidence, independence, and strength. It's a skill that builds self-respect and makes your world bigger and easier to reach. Keep going every day. Never stop learning. Never give up, even if some days feel hard. You stumble over words. You feel like you're not good enough. By being here and practicing, you've already come far. Believe in yourself, just like I believed in Lena, and just like I learned to believe in myself. Your journey is special, and your ability is endless. Now it's time to act. Speak in English. Listen in English. Think in English. Do it every single day, and step by step, your English will grow naturally, confidently, and powerfully. Make English a natural part of your life. Use English every day, not just sometimes, but as a happy, natural habit. Speak, think, and listen in English. Let it become part of your daily life, just like eating or brushing your teeth. Remember this very important truth. Mistakes don't matter. Effort matters. What counts most is your willingness to try, to make mistakes, to get back up, and to learn from every experience. Every small effort you make brings you closer to speaking English confidently. This is not the end of your lesson. It's just the exciting start of your journey. Every day you practice, every sentence you say, and every word you learn is a step forward. With regular effort and a positive mindset, you will improve steadily. One day, you will speak English with confidence, fluency, and ease, just like a true expert. You are not alone on this journey. I am with you, cheering you on every step and supporting you. Now it's time to start living in English. Think in English about your day. Speak in English to yourself, friends, or family. Use English in everything you do. You absolutely can do this. Step by step, day by day, your English will grow. Your journey starts right now.